Well, this is the new What If series I am planning on doing. So, quick note, or well, at least two new announcements I have to state, or well, two announcements and one disclaimer. For the two announcements, let's get started on those. I will be doing two series at a time. I'm not doing a bunch of them. I'm not doing a whole pack of them. I'm only doing two. And since when is over, there will be a fresh one coming. As we all know, I believe I said that in part 3 of Wilbur, there will be, well, either solo leveling deku or a dream deku. You all get to decide when that is done. And announcement 2. Basically, I'm having a schedule set now. I'm going to try and upload every single day except for Sundays. Sundays are my chill days, my relaxation days, my me days, you could say. So, yeah, I hope you understand. And yes, but let's get into this. What if the second series that I'll be doing at a time. This is What if Izuku Midoriya was Red Hood? How will this change My Hero Academia? Or the fate of Japan? Now, in this, as the entirety event of, Inko and Hasashi still happen. Inko, Hasashi, make Izuku. Izuku's still born. But in this, Hasashi still ends up cheating on Inko, not leaving her to go abroad. Inko doesn't like this, like any person wouldn't, and proceeds to kick Hasashi out. Later, she finds a lovely, semi-skeleton man now. He's becoming more skeletonish, but, yeah, it is, because of that, all for one's fault, and I just gave it away. Shit. But anyways, as we know, because, all for one, and, basically this is All Might, or Toshinori Yagi. I'll refer to him as All Might, because it's easier for all of us to understand. So, yeah, they would proceed to have, another kid, when, Izuku's was about when Izuku was about half a year old, so about 6 months. So, yeah. And lovely little Izumi would also be born, Izuku's sister. Now, seeing Toshinori would already know what it means to be quirkless, and Inko or still, becoming a very lovely mother. Basically, they don't treat Izuku like an outcast. Well, except for Izumi time to time, because, Bakugo rubs off on her. In the bad way. Which tends for All Might and Inko to be not mad, but a little disappointed that she's being a little rude, or just, mean. Seeing they are basically very young, and they kind of look like twins you could think of for them. So, yeah. Now, Izuku would be the eldest, so being he would be kind of not like Tanjiro, but he would have a sense of, protecting his younger sister, no matter what. So whenever a bully tries to pick on her, Izuku's always there to help her out. Which gives Izuku, very much so determined to protect her. And wanting to protect her, what does he do? Simple. He tries to train when he's little. Very, very little. Yeah, it doesn't go very well seeing he's, very young. But All Might does see this, and he smiles, saying, he's even now trying to protect, someone. Even how young he is. Because I'll say Izuku's about this point, I'll say he's 5 years old. Or, 4 years old. Zumi's, about to become, in a week, she'll be, 4 years old, too. So, yeah. Or, in a couple, yeah, in a couple months, Izumi would also, wait. Yeah, in a couple weeks, Izumi will be actually, 4 years old. And, what might you think is Izuku would, get training from his father. More physical training than anything when he was growing up. So, yeah. So when by the time it is, middle school, at the end of middle school to go to high school, and UA is a college, by the way, just letting y'all know, basically Izuku is pretty buff for his age. Think of him as, he's at the point of where he's joining UA. That's how buff he is. Or, actually a little more buff. So yeah, he's also pretty tall because of his program he was doing for young people. Basically, he has a really good program or a workout program. So yeah, which basically makes his body become peak human capacity. So yeah, This is also only known by All Might because of his training, which is actually was his way of training. Basically, it was kind of like because Nanoshimura gave Toshinori the training, but he wanted more extensive training, so he kind of upped it. So yeah, this was peak human stuff. So only you have to be determined to do this kind of workout. This is like in the next level kind of workout, which Izuku was very determined, so he did this. But All Might may have had his dream come true, or had a dream of one of his dreams come true to have a family, but All For One did not like this. All Might was being happy, while he was suffering the dark, being blinded. Because he still had the same, basically, damage to his eyes. Wanting to, make All Might stop to smile, or at least try to make him stop, knowing that his plan is still, it's still needing to be set up still. Or at least the first part of it, step one. Basically, setting up Tomura Shigaraki so he's older. He's not old enough to start, so yeah. But that's besides the point. How would I put this? Which he would end up going one day to Izuku's school. He would have an illusion quirk on his face, so he doesn't have the mask, or he has the mask on, but it would look like Hasashi. Not Hasashi, but like his self, his former self. And he would say that he's just here to pick Izuku up. His parents aren't there. Whereas Izuku saying, "Oh, shouldn't we wait for my sister?" Him saying that your father said to come pick you up. Your mother will pick up your sister, making the lie out. But Izuku, being still very young, would accept this, or little naive. Being pretty naive, and yeah, he was still pretty naive. So yeah. And yeah, he he may be very physically built and smart, but he's still he's still not he thinks everyone's a good person. So yeah, so he really much second thought this. But as soon as they get into the car, he's immediately choked out to the point of he wakes up in a chair, strapped down, with the only thing on him was his clothes. He had his backpack was taken off. Anything that was, technology-wise was also taken off. Basically everything was taken off except for his clothing. With All For One, without the illusion, on his face would state, "Ah, you're awake. Good, I can finally, torch you." Smiling, with a very, very big smile. And for, I'll say 3 years, Izuku was not only, tortured by All For One. No, not only him, but Shigaraki. And in that time, Izuku would be very angry, getting a very pissed off look whenever they came. Whenever they left, he was trying to escape. No matter how tired he was, he knew he had to escape. But any time he did, or he, tried or even succeeded in getting out of the handcuffs, he was too tired to not set off the movement alarm, which then go and All For One to come back almost instantly with a teleportation quirk. Seeing Izuku trying to crawl his way through the door. And he would just smile and do more torture. The more Izuku tried to get out, the more torture he got, but he didn't care. He needed to get back to his family. Speaking of his family, let's skip to their view on this. First, Inko. How does she feel about this? She originally thought Izuku ran away, but no. And once they found a security footage of All For One taking, Izuku, which he would, when All Might sees this, he's pissed off. And as well as when Izumi, finds out her brother's missing, she kind of feels somewhat sad in that how rude she was over the years. But, yeah. So, she states that if you're, oops, sorry. She states that, I'll become the best here I can, brother. Trying to use that, as fuel for her motivation. But All Might, she's just pissed. He's motherfucking pissed. And, years would pass by and Izuku's body was found dead. That's what they all wanted to think. Izuku's was actually very much alive and in good health. Or recovering you could think of. Now, in doing so, All Might almost, well, seeing All Might was very pissed off at this. Oh, they would have another encounter, All Might and All for One. With, well, All Might and All for One being very, how would I put this? Weak, still. Both not at their full strength. So it wasn't as the fight we saw before with All for One having those massive fists, or All Might being lesser powerful. No. It was more of an even, brutal, and, well, weak fight, which also was not on public, might I add. In doing so, All Might threw around several Texas smashes, Carolina smashes, basically every smash he could, other than United States, because he wanted to make sure he didn't. That was a last resort, for how strong that was. So yeah. Eventually, All Might threw a punch, which then hit the building where Izuku was in. Basically, made a big hole, as well as started to crumble the building due to the structure and the pillars mainly going kaput, either by the wind pressure that came in, also breaking stuff, or just by the wind pressure that came through, breaking pillars. But Izuku was in the, well, how would I put this? On near the top of the building. So whenever it came down, well, he really, well, that floor was basically made very protective. His area was very protective. Bulletproof concrete, or well, very, very durable concrete, bulletproof glass, basically a fortress in that little room. Because All for One wasn't taking any chances. So yeah. So the room was mainly intact, except for, well, the door, which, well, was still wood, it was not a metal door, broke open, revealing the new sun coming to Izuku's face, which woke him up. With him realizing there was a way out, him immediately, like every time before, working on the handcuffs. About 5 minutes passed, he has one hand out, and with all his energy, dislocates the other finger. Him realizing, well, that's a very, very good way to, well, get out of handcuffs, at least when he has, well, one handcuff in. So, yeah. With him just walking, not really, putting back his other finger, because, well, he was more concerned about trying to get out of the building. Knowing that he's, well, crumbled down a bit, well, quite a bit, now it's in rubble. So, yeah. And afterwards, well, he would escape. But he realized something. He had changed in that time. The young, caring, naive person he was is no longer. He might have been still caring, but the naive part, that was gone a long time ago. He would look at himself, noticing the scars on his body. His clothing had already been ripped off. The only thing that was still there was his, well, ripped pants. Because, well, he had a lot of scars on his body. Quite a bit. Him looking at himself, knowing that, well, he's changed and can never go back to how things were. So he decides to embrace it, embrace change, and leaves, making sure All Might would never see him again. Or, well, at the moment, never. Him not being prepared to meet All Might again. Because, well, it wouldn't be the same as before. Yes, he would marry very, very much so love his father, his sister, as well as his mother, yes. But, well, he changed to a very extensive degree. And it would just be weird. No, but weird, but like awkward. As well as, it just wouldn't work out. So, he proceeds to leave and live on his own, in an abandoned warehouse at first. Him getting a job as a barista boy. Eventually gets an apartment and a better job. More happens. He enrolls in a high school for, well, the last year. He was a transfer student, but, well, yeah. On his records, well, it stated that he basically was, well, an orphan. Never adopted because he was quirkless, which, well, when they hear quirkless, they would understand why he was deemed never adopted. Now, the school was very gender neutral. It had quirkless as well as quirked people. It was a very good school. Well, at least morale school, it was very good. He would meet several new people there. One of them, well, The ship, by the way, is an OC ship. Basically, I made the character. Well, I didn't make the character, but well, I'm gonna add this character in. Him meeting a girl with black hair and red eyes. She called herself, well, yeah, Izuku would find out her name was, well, not Japanese. It was actually not even American nor not anything. She was named Raven. Yes, I'm adding her in because I know who she is from Ruby. I know her power is basically teleportation. Well, her semblance is teleportation. But her magic is, well, that Osmond gave her, basically is turned into a raven. So, yeah. But anyways, well, how would I put this? They would get along quite well, because, well, Raven would also be very diligent in the world. She would know how it worked, because, well, everyone thought her semblance was very, well, not her semblance, but, well, her personality was very villainous. So she was the outcast of her family also, basically being the black sheep. And Izuku and her basically got along like, well, how would I put this? Like steel and a forge. They would go along that well. Sorry if that reference. Like peanut butter and... what would it be? And... not jelly. Peanut butter. Like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. So, yeah, that well. I'm sorry for all the bad references, but they got along quite well. And proceeded to, well... at the end of, well, at the end of the year, they were dating. With Izuku offering his place to her, knowing that she's basically the black sheep already. And, well, after, well, the family found out about Zuku, yeah, they said, no, you can't be with him, he's a bad influence. So, yeah. But Raven would join Zuku's little apartment. It's a small apartment, but, well, yeah, it was a nice apartment. It's kind of like how Kirito's house was. It was small, but homey. And, well, she would see that there's, well, a picture of Izuku with someone. It was, well, a man that was muscular and tall, that looked like the All Might. A younger version of, well, female version of him, just looking a tiny bit younger for the picture. As well as a person that looked like, well, an older version of the sister. Or, well, the small girl in the picture. She picked it up, put it against Izuku's face, basically, well, kind of trying to see if there's a difference. Finding out it's basically him, just looks older. But she did say, "Wait, you're the son of," stating, "No. Please put that away. I don't want to talk about it." Well, they're saying, "What do you mean you're the son of All Might? Come on, we have to talk about it." Izuku saying, "I will not. Because of him, I got my woe. I was tortured, okay? I don't want to talk about it." We're saying, "Tortured? What happened?" Trying to be, the good girlfriend she is, and eventually after, well, more, puppy dog eyes as well as other things, because, she was not rude. She's very nice to Izuku. Because, they shared each other's pain, so, yeah. And, after they would, Izuku explain what happened to him. Explain that he is the, not biological, but son of, All Might. Explaining his father cheated on his mother, and, his mother quickly kicked the father out. We're saying, oh, and I'm guessing All Might got married in, and with him staying, yeah. Originally, but my sister you saw in that picture is the actual biological son of All Might. We're saying, oh, okay. How old were you? With him saying it didn't really affect me. I was told later in my life, and I really didn't care. I think I was half a year old when this all happened. We're saying, oh, so you couldn't really remember. You're still a little baby. It's saying that in a very adorable voice. But her saying, clearing her voice, but you said you were tortured because of it. What happened? Him sighing, stating, "Do you know a villain? It's a very old villain, but his name was All for One." We're saying, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Izuku saying, that would make sense. I guess my father would like to keep it quiet with their fights. All for One is very old, older than over. Well, let's just say he's as old as the beginning of quirks. He was a very his quirk was very unique. He was able to give and take as he willed. You're saying that's wait, what do you mean give and take? Him saying he could forcibly take any quirk he wanted from anyone, no matter how powerful it was or how powerful they wanted to keep it in their body. He could take it, but he can also give it to someone. So if he took something from, say, he took your quirk, but he could give it to someone else's. Which he say? So it's kind of like, but can he only do this like once, or isn't saying he can hold an infinity amount of quirks? With her saying, oh, with him saying, but he's very picky about his quirks, only wanting really powerful ones. We're saying, so you wait, did you have a quirk? With him saying no, I was. That's one of the things that I well, not well, I well didn't lie. I'm fully quirkless. Quirkless. I was from 4 years old. I was quirkless, pinky toe and everything. Because well, Ray wanted to know about the pinky toe thing. Her saying okay, but him saying, but he wanted All Might to stop smiling. Her saying, so he tortured the son of All Might. Oh, that's well, sadly makes sense. Him saying, yeah, but then she would say, then why aren't you back with your family? Him stating that event changed me. It made me realize the world, and I realized the world isn't sunshines and rainbows. I realized heroes were corrupted, greedy, complacent, and the heroes only ruled the villains by fear. But when I thought to myself, what about the ones that aren't scared? Like, well, All for One, or others, who just kill for the fun of it, or, well, have their own reasons and morals, or their own reasons for it, whether they're good or not. Well, it had to stop. So I decided that day when I left that building, well, I would change Japan for good. I would become a symbol you could think of it. Someone that could strike fear and utter terror into the villains by the mention of the name. Her saying, so you are a vigilante, or what are you, a vigilante? With him chuckling saying, no, I'm not ready yet. I may be training my ass off with learning multiple kinds of fighting styles, but, well, I'm not ready. I don't even have my suit because I don't want going in and revealing my identity just yet. I'm going to reveal it when I have my, well, gun to his head. Because Raymond actually know that he actually owns a gun. It's a single gun. It's well, what you see in this picture, but, well, he owns a gun. And he's been preferring guns over anything. Well, you're saying, okay, but, so you said that, but how does All Might and All for One have to go? If All Might, why is All Might, does All for One All Might's quirk? Was it saying, yes. Well, when yes, he did have, well, All for One did have that quirk, but he also had a sibling when he was younger. He was very, well, unlike, well, All for One, he was more heroic than anything a true hero should be. Well, a hero should be. He wanted to stop his brother, but, well, he can never. He was deemed quirkless. Well, at least powerless back then. But, well, eventually they called it quirks, but that's besides the point. With, well, him explaining the history of, well, All for One's brother. And everything like that, where they're understanding basically everything. She would have some questions, but that can be said for a later date. Izuku was very, well, in pain, or, well, mentally in pain because of what he just said. It brought up a lot of bad memories, so he was mad. With her, trying to calm him down, or, well, be pretty good girl with her, her just trying to be, nice to Izuku. Which eventually does work, and he is, back to normal. But he's not fully back to back to normal. Sorry, I can't speak. But he was definitely more calmer and not as pissed off. So, yeah. We would do another time skip to a man sitting on top of a building, with a woman beside him. Both looked that they were very armed. Well, one of them looked like he was very armed to the teeth. The other one looked like she was a female samurai. This is both Raven and Izuku. Raven didn't like wearing a mask as well. She stated it messed up with her face and hair. But Izuku didn't really care, so he would have a mask on. And Raven would look like her counterpart, Raven in the, Ruby series. Having the big sword, but it's red. But she would not have any of the, dust in there. Seeing that's not in, My Academia. And as well as, what else would be in here? With Izuku wearing this costume. A red mask that, with a white eyes that can glow in the dark. As well as a red hoodie over his head. And a jacket. With a bulletproof vest with a symbol. Actually, no symbol. But just a chest plate. With leggings with guns on both sides. With him looking to the side where Raven is and stating, "You're ready?" With his voice being, changed because of a voice modulator. Her saying, "Yes, love." Them both jumping down and, for the rest of the night, where anyone that lived there could just hear the screams of people saying, "No, please, please, please." Because, Izuku might have been called Red Hood, but Raven was called, what's a good name? You know what? Comment down of what you want the name to be. I'll let you guys pick. But please, come up with good ones. That's my only request. Or, that's my, only, favorite ask. Just come up with good ones. So, yeah. But anyways, they would, finish the job up and then you hear, wee, wee, wee. The police were coming in, as well as ambulances and fire trucks. Because, when you call 911, the full 3 pops in. But as soon as, the firemen arrive, because they usually are there at the first, they immediately leave, because this is not a fire. This is a massacre, and they don't do massacres. They scooch off. Police come and ambulance come and find, no bodies there, or, no living ones at least there. All dead. All moved to the morgue and examined, which it's revealed to be several bullet wounds for some, and slashes from a bladed weapon. And then, they stated that it fits the Red Hood, and whatever, you guys want Raven's name to be. So yeah, with a person that looked like he was white, red eyes, as well as black hair, with looks like have a gray scarf, stating that they're becoming more popular. The the person that looked like to be a white teddy bear, which is basically Nezu, states, yes, the public are going to their side, stating that they are doing a better job at, stopping crime than us. With him stating, "You want me to go after them?" "Yes, but make sure you have someone with you." Seeing, you are more of a one-person fighter, one-on-one. I was always giving him saying, "Yes, sir." Go with, him going off. With Nezu getting the reports of all the autopsies of all those people, which basically they're all the same, either cuts, gun holes, or just, exploded. Because that factory was, let's just state that, a little explodey. Which it might have been contained in the building, or, one of them went off, but, kind of didn't go, but it didn't set off all of them. So, yeah. But, anyways, that's besides the point. Basically, the next day would happen. For Izuku and Raven, they would wake up in the same bed, which they looked around, seeing several clothing that seemed abruptly not where they're supposed to be. A shirt, a bra was on the floor, a shirt, some, socks, yeah, you get the picture of what I'm just explaining. And, she, smiles, saying, that was very fun last night, that was very fun, Izuku. Izuku with a happy grin on his face, being very prideful, stating it was. With her saying, "Oh, why are you?" With her saying, "Oh, what? You enjoyed it? Would you like round two?" With him stating, "I'm fine." With her sighing, saying, "Men will be men." Anyways, what do we have today? Izuku sighing, saying, "Another boring day of work." With her sighing, saying, "I guess so." With him saying, you have a little bit, I know you sing and all where I work, but, why don't you become, like a waitress?" With her saying, "What, you don't like guys looking at me?" With him stating, "Yes, I don't like them looking at you. I'm the only one that allowed to look at you in that way." With her saying, "Aw, how adorable." Getting his cheek and, well, you know, pulling on his cheek. With him saying, "Ow." Her saying, the famous Red Hood winces in pain from someone pulling his cheek. With him saying, "Hey, I remember, well, says the person, was not acting so prideful the night before." With her saying, "Oh, shut up." With them both turning into laughter, and them both getting up and changing into actual clothing, because they were kind of naked after the events of last night when they came back. So, yeah. Afterwards, they would go on their day. With, with them going to a bar, with Izuku being, a waiter as well as a bartender. Mainly, a waiter, but when it needed, he was a bartender, because he could make a very good whiskey, or, a mixture of different, alcohols. I believe it's a margarita. A margarita? I'm sorry if I'm mistaken. Well, Raven kept singing and singing most of the day. Well, at least a couple songs that day. Afterwards, they would finish the day and go off. Rinse and repeat. They would do this for several more times until, UA happens. And, the night before UA, they would be out and about to go and take down a, at the moment, criminal area. A criminal organization, part of a criminal organization known as, the Yakuza. Yes, it's not, overall the Yakuza area, but, there's several organizations of it. So yeah, him stating that you're ready to clean up shop, him locking, loading. They're saying, "Yes, love, I'm ready." But before they can jump down, Raven's saying, "What the hell?" With her basically falling on her, face, or, front side down, and proceeds to get, flinged into, a wall. Her saying, "Ah." With her immediately her immediately go, getting her sword out of the sheath and cutting whatever was on her leg. It was Aizawa. With, the added bonus, which she just cut off the scarf. Aizawa reeling back in his, scarf, stating that they're under arrest. Izuku laughs, saying, "You're gonna arrest us." You know, we do kind of have the same job, don't we? Only we do it better, and it's more permanent. With the other person saying, "Yeah, right. You know, you're just criminals, vigilantes, killers." And with Izuku saying, "Snipe. So, so, what are you, mad about our last duel?" Snipe saying, "Duh, no, just doing my job. I am, a sheriff." With Izuku saying, "You're a hero, Snipe, you're not a sheriff." With Izuku saying, "Oh, come on, let the man have something, Izawa." Aizawa saying, "What?" Him saying, "What? You don't think I don't do my research? I know who you are. I know your quirks. I know your loved ones." Well, we both know, with Raven saying, "Yes, we both." With Raven coming back over to Izuku's side, asking if they really want to tussle. With Snipe saying, "We gotta." With him raising up his pistol, shooting at Izuku immediately dodging it. Or, with Raven cutting the bullet in half. With Snipe saying, "What the fuck?" Or "What the hell?" With, Izuku says, don't you know how to shoot, Snipe?" Him unloading, proceeding to shoot at him with his two pistols. that he just unholstered. With a shooting battle ensues with Snipe and Izuku, bullets ringing out. Both of them being very highly skilled in dodging bullets. So yeah, but their fight is basically what you might expect a bullet battle, reloading, basically that kind of stuff. But Izuku was Raven and Aizawa with her states, let's leave those boys, and let's go have our own little fight spot. With Aizawa says, whatever, you're going in no matter what. By the end of sundown, you're gonna be in prison. I can guarantee you that. But there's Chuckling saying that I hope you can keep up. I hope you can keep that promise. But they're jumping to the other side with her giving a hand gesture, stating to come. Him also getting over there with her saying, so you're slow. Him saying, whatever, let's do this. And with, the battle ensues, but, Aizawa's, captured it and quickly becomes, shorter and shorter. Because every time he goes forward, Raven, whenever she gets caught, cuts it. So it becomes shorter. So the point is that Eraser literally just has a tiny speck of it, which really doesn't do anything and just falls off him. So, yeah. But anyways, he proceeds to take out his own knife, further saying, a knife. Him saying, what, you scared? Her saying, oh no. But mine's bigger. With her going, With her jumping in to fighting Aizawa, with Aizawa bringing up his blade to go against hers. With the blades clash and, sparks fly. Now let's cut back to Izuku and Snipe. Because this is gonna be like switching fight scenes. Aizawa and Sniper, first we're trying to duke it out with bullets. But, when both of them run out of bullets, you can assume what, Izuku does is quickly, tries to reload, but, Snipe, having a little more experience with guns, would proceed to, reload faster, and before Izuku can put out his shot, you can already assume what happens. Izuku gets his, hand, his gun shot out of his hand. The gun's not damaged, seeing it's a very good gun, but the recoil did hit his gun off his hand. With him saying, your mother, and then with Snipe saying what? Shooting at Izuku more. Izuku, dodging but getting closer and closer. Proceeding to then fight, Snipe close up, taking out grabbing his gun, and proceeding to throw it across, throw it across, and, tries to, disarms, Snipes and uses his gun against him. But Snipes quickly, gets the gun out of Izuku's hands and throws it to the side. He knows it's his gun, but, it's just get it out of the way. With our, fight becomes more or less a big, fight scene. With Izuku, actually being more experienced in this, would actually be, getting, Snipe hit back a lot, with Snipe taking a lot more hits than Izuku would. And plus, Izuku's wearing body armor. Snipe is wearing a cowboy outfit, which doesn't really have that much armor. Unless you're counting the boots. The steel-toe boots, or the mask he's wearing. So yeah. But anyways. Or not the mask, actually, that does jack all. But that's besides the point. Afterwards, Izuku, he doesn't kill Snipe, and, he does proceed to, get Snipe in a choke lock and his body on the ground, and Snipe does gets knocked out. With Raven coming over, stating if he's done. Izuku getting up, stating, yeah. Her saying, Izuku saying, you? With her looking back, seeing Eraserhead, basically, putting it simply, indented into a wall. She punched him so hard, he kind of indented to a wall. Then you hear a little thud, which is Aizawa kind of, getting, integrated into the wall. With them looking at each other, with her saying, yeah. With him saying, now where were we? They're going down and seeing, both of them seeing two cars drive off. Them nodding at each other and, proceeding to, how would I put this? Go after each car. Izuku jumping down and going for the first car. It's a big car. And I'll say it's, one of those trucks, but they have the top on it. Not like one of those tops you can put on with goes across the actual bed. No, the steel one that goes up and over. That can go actually on top, or go higher up, where the roof is on the actual truck. With him stating, "Hello guys," with him going, "What the hell, the Red Hood?" With the guy immediately trying to get Izuku off by going really, turn, turn, turn. All that ensues is, well, they kind of tip over and Izuku jumps off. And, well, the guys proceed to try to get out, but, well, Izuku guns them down before they can really get their guns. Or, well, proceed to basically, how would I put this, do anything to him to hurt him. And, well, with Raven, basically, she turns Raven, flies in, and proceeds to, well, just cut them open. Really. Or, well, she comes in, proceeds to fly in front of the car, unraven flies, and, well, proceeds to slash the car, because her blade's very sharp and very durable. So she proceeds to cut both of the side that she's cutting wheels off, which basically makes the car do a big, flip, and go kaboom when it lands, because it went engine first, which, if you think about it, that's a big part of it, which, it's basically where all the gas goes, as well as other things. So it went kaboom, which then led to, gas can going kaboom, which then led to car going kaboom. So kabooms, cause each other to go kaboom. So yeah, with both Red Hood and Raven would catch up to each other. With proceeding to say that was a good night's job. With Raven saying, "You know what, let's go for a little longer." With him saying, "You sure? We got stuff. We have things to do." Not trying to say if they're at work tomorrow so they don't, get that on camera. Because maybe when they hear, "I'm a barista boy and you're a singer," yeah, that may be they can find out, all they have to go is to go to bars. So, yeah. And, she states, "What? Yeah, what? It's a weekend." With him saying, "Oh, right. We don't go into that thing on the weekends." But they're saying, "Exactly. Now come on." With Izuku sighing, saying, "Women." But they're saying, "What was that?" And I'm saying, "Nothing." And they would proceed to go. Now, when they afterwards, Raven proceeded to be very exhausted. When they got home, Raven basically kind of fell asleep on the way back, and Izuku was not bridal styling, but piggybacking her all the way home. With him proceeding, just proceeding just to take her clothes off to a point she's just in bra, the equivalent of underwear for women. And Izuku changed also, and he would sleep with Raven that night, and they would look on the news with Raven and Izuku looking on the news the next day, and it stated that UA has new students coming in this year, explaining that with Nezu saying, "Hello everyone. As you know, this is a new year, and a new heroes will be born, as well as new recruits will be coming in. This year seems to being very promising like any other. But there will be new things that are happening, like you have not seen before. The number one hero will now be attending our school, All Might. He will be now a teacher and in charge of Heroics 101. Which was basically anyone that was smart could really, just realize, oh, he's teaching, basic, hero stuff. Hero stuff. So, yeah. And it stated that, as well, another announcement. If you recently this has come to our attention that the vigilantes known as, Raven, as well as Red Hood, are being very elusive. We are now placing a bounty on them. It is $80,000. If the information is correct and we do capture him with that information, you will get the prize. If not, I am sorry. You will only get a side bonus if it does help us. But if it does not do anything, you will not get anything. Because I'm sure people will, he actually doesn't say this. But, you get what I was about to say, just people just call and say, yeah, I know them, yeah. But, that still happens whether or not whether or not he says it. With Nezu saying, we'll be all. I hope you all have a lovely year. And I hope to see new students come in from other schools for next year. With the broadcast would end, and the news report said that you heard it here, a new promising year of first years, and more heroes protecting our lovely city against the very villains that we all hate. With Raven and Izuku chuckling that, with him stating that, I don't think we're hated. Right, Raven? We're thinking that? I don't think so. I think people like us. I'm just chuckling, saying, whatever. With, Izuku state, with Raven saying, what you thinking of? I think it's time. But they're saying, time for what? Use her words. Izuku's sighing, saying, time for me to go back to my family. Herb is saying to spit out her drink, saying, what? I thought you said you didn't want to go back for a while. Izuku says, it's been a while. Her saying, true, but are you sure? If you go back, you may not be able to do the Red Hood thing, or keep it as close secret as, before. With him saying it's bothering me. Plus, plus, I have a bad feeling this year that, UA's gonna have an attack. I've been hearing from rumors that he was gonna get an attack at some point. And if I have an indoor source, we're saying, oh, you're using your sister. Him stating, yeah, I love her and all, but, I'm gonna have to use her a little bit. Her saying, I guess she'll understand if it's for the greater good, at least in the end, with him saying, hopefully. Would you like to come with me? With her thinking, stating, would you think they'll like me? With Izuku smiling, saying, of course they'll like you. With, her smiling, saying, alright. Let me finish, get ready. Let me finish, get ready. With Izuku saying, alright. With him making his own lunch. With her saying, what? With him making basically his own breakfast. We're saying, what? I'm not gonna be that long. Izuku gives her just looking and saying, you take about an hour to get ready. I have not also had breakfast. With her saying, I don't take that long. Him just staying silent, just looking at her saying, oh, whatever. Oh, whatever. Make your damn breakfast. Throwing, the cereal box at him. Him saying, hey. But before he falls on the ground fully, he catches it so it doesn't make a mess, with the cereal going everywhere. So, yeah. Afterwards, Raven does proceed to get ready, and she does look at the time saying, see, it only took me 50 minutes, not an hour. Izuku just deadpans into her going, with her saying, oh, what? I did prove you wrong. With Izuku saying, it still took you about basically almost an hour. Her saying, whatever. Let's just go. With, Izuku and Raven would get into a car. And, what car shall I give them? Ooh, I know. An not a Mustang, but an old Charger. The one that Dom loves to use in the Fast and Furious. So yeah, that one. It's fully blackened, but instead of it's a glistening it's a glistening it's a classic black. Just what was the color? What was the color type? Glistening, I believe it was said. But basically, it's the regular version of Dom's car, but with some improvements. The engine was fully, changed to a more powerful engine. Tires, basically the entire car, other than the body, got changed. This car is now a souped-up racing car, good for chases and anything like he wants. Mainly he uses for, groceries, but the thing is a beast. He doesn't do anything on the outside because he likes it being a sleeper. It can be very shocking to see the faces of, it's not shocking, but it can be very fun to see the faces of, a guy with a nice McLaren losing to, an old car. So yeah, they would get in the car and, walk to the, to Izuku's old home. With Raven saying, this looks nice, Izuku. With, Izuku saying, yeah, my old home. Knocking on the door with, a person with not red hair, green hair. and green eyes would pop it open. She's female, by the way, and saying, "Hi, who are you?" With him just hugging her, saying, "Hi, Izumi." Her saying, "Oh," with Izuku letting go, asking if they can come in. Her saying, "I don't know who you are." With Izuku saying, "Oh," with the Raven saying, Izuku, why don't you introduce? Well, they haven't seen you in years. Introduce yourself." With well immediately, this is Izumi saying, "Wait, what, Izuku?" With her immediately jumping forward, saying, "Izuku, where were you?" Bawling out her eyes. Izuku saying, "I'm back. Don't worry, I'm fine. I got out of what the hell. I got out of my kidnapper sense. Can you stop choking me?" With well, she does well. With well, Izumi does realize she's kind of choking out her brother, and well says, "Sorry, but it's good to see you again." Hugging him again, but well, on the wayside. Well, basically, just well, how would I put this? Well, basically give him an actual proper hug. Well, they hug with, well, yeah, with all my coming through, saying, "Izumi, are you okay?" I heard yelling. With him, well, dropping his glass, saying, "Izuku." With Izuku saying, "Hey, Dad, I'm back." With it, well, always saying, "Thank God you're okay. I'm so sorry that I made you. I'm so sorry that I made you a target because of that man." With Izuku saying, "It's fine, All Might, but well, he told me everything about what happened with the your with the thing, I'm saying what thing, the thing." Him proceeding to flex his muscles with him, with All Might realizing, well, he's talking about a quirk, and well, you know, him acknowledging, giving him not saying, "Ah, that thing, all right." With the well, All Might saying, please come in," which they do come in. With All Might just asks, "So, who is this lovely lady?" With well, Raven states, "I'm his girlfriend." Izuku getting a peck on the cheek. With Yagi cannot not smile. It's happy that he even has a girlfriend. Asking, "How long have you been, how long has it been since you were escaped?" Izuku explaining that it's been a while. I think it's, well, what, 7 years? 7. Why didn't you come home sooner? Izuku would sigh, saying that he changed after that. It's what after what happened, it changed me. I couldn't come back to you guys. I wasn't the same. I'm still not the same, but at least I'm better than before. Before I was broken, but well, I found people that care about me. With everyone saying, which is me. With well, Izumi just saying, "All right." But Izuku did ask, "So where's mom?" With All Might smiling, saying, "Oh, she's just going off to get groceries." With Izuku smiling, saying, "Okay." With him smiling, and well, Raven says, "I wonder what your mom looks like, or well, now looks like." With him saying, "What do you mean now? Does she already know what we looked like?" With Izuku kind of scratching his neck, saying, "I kind of explained my family to her." With him saying, "Oh, okay. What do you mean?" "Well, I kind of had a picture of all us in my in my apartment." So with him saying, "Oh," and she saw it. With Izuku saying, "Yeah, but it was when we were really really young." So yeah, All Might saying, "Oh, all right." And then well, they would wait with All Might saying, there's a surprise for you inside." With the tired Ingo would say, "What? What did you make? What did you finally learn how to cook?" With All Might saying, "Sadly not. Sadly not, honey. But well, it will definitely put a smile on your face." With Ingo saying, "I hope so. I'm really tired and I need something to smile about." Him saying, "All right, open the door." While Izuku would be right in front of a little behind the door, but in front of the door, saying, "Hey, Mom." With Ingo drops the groceries and immediately hugs him, saying, "My baby boy, where have you been? Have you been eating okay?" With Mother going several questions mode. Basically, Mom, overprotective Mother activates, like usual in My Hero Academia. With Izumi saying, "He's fine, Mom. He even has a girlfriend." With Ingo saying, "What?" Raymond say, "Hello, Miss Midoriya." With Miss Midoriya, with Ingo just saying, wait, so you're his, or saying, "Yeah, I'm his girlfriend." You, don't worry, trust me, I'm not using him. With her sighing, saying, "Okay, that's at least nice." With her looking back at Toshinori saying, "How long did you know?" They came back when you're off getting groceries. I just found out. It's including Missouri. Don't worry, we didn't keep this from you. We're going. Oh, okay. So, how long have you been gone? Well, when did you? Well, how? When did you escape? When Izuku says 7 years ago. Whereas yelling, saying, "Why did you not come back sooner?" Then, with him saying, "I," with it, Inko saying, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." I yelled. Izuku saying, "It's not your fault. I just changed after that." What he tortured me for a while, and him sighing, saying that it's not pretty, but well, he did it. I did escape. We're saying at least you escaped, and that's at least a plus. But well, can I see it? I'm saying what? This you said you were you said you were tortured. I want to see the scars. I want to see you, the complete you. Izuku sighing, saying, "Are you sure?" They're extensive. All am I saying? Trust me, son. We cannot. This family can take anything that comes our way. We are the Midoriyas. With him proceeding to chuckle with it, as well as Inko saying, "That's true." With Izumi says, "Yeah." Izuku sighs, saying, "All right." Well, proceeding to take off his hoodie, which then revealed his T-shirt. That was black, or well, yeah, T-shirt. Which by the time they got to the T-shirt, you can already tell that he had scars on his arms, which already made them start to look at him if he's okay or not. Then a shirt would come off, and they would see several big scars, small scars, medium scars. But the main one that caught Inko's eye was the one with the symbol A L, or well, oh, sorry, my bad. A F 0, or well, or A F O. Basically, it standed for all for one, a permanent marker on his body that could not be taken off no matter what you did. He even made sure using a quirk on it to make it permanent. With all my saying, did he being very mad? Izuku saying he did. With him saying, "I'm going to," Izuku saying, "No, that's my job." Him saying, "What?" Izuku sighing, saying, "If anyone's gonna kill the bastard, it's me." With it on my saying, "You know that's villainous." Izuku saying, "You just said you were gonna kill him." With all my saying, "Touche. But let's capture him first, and then we can send him off to hell by the electric chair." With Izuku smiling, saying, "Yeah." Cause well, even Inka was she realized because over time she did realize who All For One was, and All Might did explain this. So she did realize he was a very bad man. He would get the electric chair quick. So yeah. So but anyways, All Might would they would talk more with Izuku putting on his clothing back on, and other things like that. With Raven, the question would be brought up that are they having sex? Yeah. With Raven states looking at Izumi saying would they be bothered if they are? With with Inko and All Might saying we're not bothered, just are you protection? In a very curious and kind of desperate voice, with Izuku saying yes, with Izumi saying ew, that's disgusting, which everyone kind of laughs. Which they would ask Raven, so do you have any family, Raven? With Raven says yeah, but they think of me as a villain. But I've gone but I'm no longer part of their family anymore. They can go to hell for all I care. Loma just says, "What do you mean?" They're saying, "Well, when I was younger, I was very rebellious," which they took as me as being very villainous. With Ingo saying, and they let me guess, and didn't treat you like an actual person. They treated you like a villain. Yes, anytime I did something looking villainous, or I didn't really do anything villainous, but looked like it, they would try immediately call the cops. Not and whenever well, that happened, they say that I'm not her daughter anymore. But whenever I was cleared, they say I'm fine. I'm their daughter again. And say sorry for the mix up. So I kind of became the black sheep of the family. With Ingo saying, that's terrible. With Alma saying, yes, that's terrible. Don't worry. Right. No, don't worry. You know, don't worry. We'll teach, we'll be better than they are to you. Trust me. And plus, I, plus, when you do have, I assume when you are going to have kids, seeing, well, you must be, must know each other quite well to do, it, when you have kids. No, I do hope I know you're going to be a more better mother than, your mother was to you. Because you know what it was like to not be, well, treated that well. Where they're saying, yes. What is Zuko saying? Pardon? We're having kids? They're saying, not yet, dummy. Well, then, another ew comes from Izumi, and everyone laughs again. Where Inko would say, you know what, I'm going to make some, I'm going to actually make us some food. Well, Zuko's saying, it's, I'll do it, Mom. I've been gone for 7 years. I can cook for you guys. Well, Inko's saying, no, no, you're my son. I'm your mother. Zuko's saying, yes, but I also want to show you how good of a cook I am. With, well, them trying to bicker and talk, but, well, it ends up becoming more of a cooking competition than actually dinner. And basically, the judges were All Might, Izumi, and Raven. Yeah. With Izuku basically using his knife like he's fucking a badass with it. Basically, Izumi states, how the hell can you do that? With Izuku spinning it around like it's a fucking fidget spinner. With All Might saying, yes, how can you do that? Izuku states, practice. With Ingo saying, that's dangerous, don't do that, it's a knife. Izuku saying, and? When I was gone, I did train a lot. I am very skilled in fighting. With, well, All Might saying, really? I'm saying, yeah. Also, that routine very much so helped. With that, my recovery. With him saying, yeah, see? It's the best workout you can ever have. With Izuku chuckling saying, yeah. Anyways, well, proceeding to snatch back the knife snatching the knife against, Zumi, or not Zumi, but Inko, stating that, let me show you how a master cuts. With her saying, oh, you want to be like that, grabbing another knife from the cabinet, and they would proceed to cook. Which, well, I would just, smile seeing the family coming back together slowly with a new face also. The night would end, and, well, Izuku would get some things that he did wanted from information from Izumi, but also, well, it was good to see his family again. It wasn't just for information, it was just for him personally. It was to help him heal again and get through the past. Even him and All Might went outside to have a beer. And, well, All Might would be slightly drunk, and as well as Izuku, but they were still thinking straight at least. And they would talk, and, with All Might just saying that, I know I wasn't the best father figure not being there all the time, but Izuku, saying, no, it's fine. Plus, well, at least now, whenever someone tries to bully me, I can beat their asses. With All Might proceed to chuckle, saying, try not to make it a habit. Izuku states, sorry, already did, with them both going to laugh. With Will Raven coming out saying, or asking if, well, they're done. Or they're done here. I don't think I can eat any more food. With Izuku chuckling saying, I think we're done. Looking to, well, All Might smiling saying, yeah. You can, wait, actually, where do you live? With Izuku saying, oh, right. Oh, saying, 1 second, let me get a paper, I'll write it down. Him going back inside, saying bye to his, mother and, his sister, writing, also saying, I live here, or writing on a piece of paper where, address is. And the room number. They do live in an apartment building, so, yeah. Well, they would proceed to get the information, and, well, that would be that. Now, this is the end of part 1 of What If Deku Was Red Hood. I'm going to hope and get this out by, 10, if you would like to, save at that, before 10. Basically, I have 30 minutes, hopefully, so, yeah. But anyways, well,